When playing jazz, it can feel utterly overwhelming trying to grasp all the different scales and modes out there, let alone figure out how to actually use them musically. But what if I told you there's only one scale that truly stands above the rest? One fundamental element used by every professional jazz musician on almost every type of chord. That scale, in my humble opinion, is the melodic minor scale. In this lesson, we are going to demystify what the melodic minor scale is, and more importantly, deep dive into how top jazz musicians actually use it in their solos. And if you want to really dig deep into this lesson, I've created guitar profiles, a bonus etude showing you how to put this theory into practice, along with a page of my favorite melodic minor licks all over on my Patreon page. You can find the link below. So join me today and let's decode jazz's most important scale, melodic minor. So first off, what exactly is the melodic minor scale? Well, it sounds like this. So you can simply think of this scale as a major scale with a flatted third. You also need to know the diatonic chords within this scale, as this will give you the essential blueprint for what chords you can play this scale over. Understanding these related chords is the key to unlocking the scale's versatility. All right, so our diatonic chords are going to be this. And what I mean by that is that we're going to go up the scale and build the chord off of each tone of C melodic minor. So our first chord off the first tone, being the root, is C minor major 7. Second one, built off the 9, is going to be D minor 7 flat 9. Third one, built off the third, is going to be an E flat major 7, sharp 5, sharp 11. Our fourth one is going to be built off the fourth scale tone, being F7, and it's going to be an F7, sharp 11. The fifth chord, in melodic minor, built off the fifth, is a G9 flat 13. Our sixth chord is built off the sixth and is an A half diminished with the natural 9. And finally, our last chord is a B half diminished. One of the most simple and profoundly useful ways to use the melodic minor scale is what I call the universal sound hack. It sounds kind of like this. As you just heard, this one piece of language, built entirely from the melodic minor scale, was seamlessly used over all the chords in this 2-5-1 progression. Basically, the diatonic chords derived from the melodic minor scale give us the core blueprint of how to apply these ideas built from the scale. So our initial idea could be played over each of these chords. I like to think about what specific chord tones the melodic minor scale will start off of in relation to the chord we are playing over. So for example, over our C minor 2-5-1 progression, our idea would first be played over the 2 chord, and over D half diminished, we're going to go up to the third and play melodic minor off that. And then over the 5 chord, we're going to go up a half step and play melodic minor from the flat 9. And then finally, over our 1 chord, we're going to play melodic minor, of course, off the root. Now let's use the universal sound hack over a major 2-5-1 progression. Here's how we can apply the melodic minor scale to each of these chords to create specific colors. Over the D minor 7, the 2 chord, we could use both C melodic minor scale if we wanted that Dorian flat 9 sound, but we could also just use the D melodic minor scale to make the 2 chord A minor major sound. For this example, let's just use the D melodic minor, so we would play our idea, of course, off the root. Over the 5 chord, Again, we'll use A flat melodic minor, playing up a half step from the root to make that altered sound. Over our 1 chord, for a bright Lydian-like sound, we can use the melodic minor scale off the 6, being A melodic minor, and play our idea there. This gives us the sharp 5, sharp 11 sound. The melodic minor scale isn't just for building incredible solo lines though. It's also a powerful tool to enhance your comping, instantly adding sophisticated harmonic colors to your chord voicings. Let's explore the distinctive melodic minor voicing used by everybody. This voicing beautifully captures the essence of the melodic minor scale. Notice how the top note of this voicing is the natural 7th, and the bottom note is the flat 3rd. So working with the universal sound hack that we discussed earlier, let's see how we can apply this voicing to a minor 2-5-1 progression. So for our 2 chord, the D half diminished, we would use this voicing to sound out F melodic minor like we played before. So we're going to play this then off the natural 7 in the top or the flat 3rd in the bottom. So here, that's the 9 on the top. Over the G7 altered, we would use this voicing to sound out a flat melodic minor. So again, we would play the natural 7th in the top note or the flat 3rd in the bass. So relating that back to G7, that would be the root in the melody or the 3rd in the bass. And of course, over our tonic chord C minor major, we would play this voicing off the natural 7 in the top note or the 3rd in the bass. So now let's explore its application over a major 2-5-1 progression using the same voicing, but shifting its melodic minor root to create different specific colors. So for our 2 chord, we're going to use our voicing to sound out D melodic minor with the natural 7 in the top. And then of course over the 5 chord, we're going to do the same thing and use our voicing for the altered sound, which is A flat melodic minor. And then over the 1 chord, we're going to play it off the 6th as we talked about before. So that's going to be A melodic minor, and that's going to give us this. So lastly for this lesson, I want to show you some useful melodic minor language ideas that I've taken from my many years of transcription and personal practice. So this line is played over a major 2-5-1 in C. It starts out on the 2 chord with a fantastic Pat Martino melodic minor line. I then connect it to this great classic minor bebop motif, which is just a variation of the famous Coltrane pattern, which is just 1, 2, 3, and 5. But now in reverse, with some added notes at the end of it to create a smooth transition to the next idea. Finally, over our 1 chord, our C major, we're going to walk up the A melodic minor scale, giving us that Lydian augmented sound. And then we're going to resolve to our Lydian augmented voicing that we learned earlier. Remember, for more melodic minor language, head over to my Patreon where you can find a full page of some of my favorite licks. It's truly incredible that one scale can be so profoundly useful over almost every single chord in jazz music. If you're interested in even a more in-depth dive into the melodic minor scale, exploring its nuances and more advanced applications, and how to seamlessly integrate it into your entire jazz vocabulary, then make sure to check out my comprehensive melodic minor masterclass over on my Patreon page. The link is in the corner of the screen. Alright, I want to thank you guys for watching this video about the melodic minor scale. If you have any questions about this scale or other scales that you would like me to cover, make sure to let me know in the comment sections below. And I want to give a shout out to the Patreons that help support this channel. Without you guys, none of this would be possible, and I truly appreciate your support. Thank you. And that's it for today's lesson. And remember to always keep swinging.